This is Working Title FC presents Goat Farm, and it's kind of like our Hall of Fame, except Hall of Fame is old school. We decided on Goat Farm because the phrase goat, it's all over the place, right? How can anything be the greatest of all time? It should be got, okay? Greatest of this time, right? That's kind of the way we think about it. But when you're on a farm, you have a spectrum of animals, right? Some are best in shows, some are better off in the pastures, but the farmer loves them all, even if it's just for dinner. So sit back, turn up the volume, and enjoy Working Title FC presents Goat Farm. Goat Farm, episode 1. We're going to feel our way through this. But why we wanted to do this, because we talk about goats and our favorite sports things all the time. And also the cool thing about it is we mostly do football on Working Title. This gives us a chance to talk about other things.
Yeah, man.
Even though I'm mostly football. But I want to start off with not a football player.
Okay.
Yes, right?
Yeah, please.
When I was a kid, right? 12,
Okay.
13, maybe a bit younger, I had lots of posters on my wall. Like we all have posters, right? The 3 biggest posters I had on my wall were this one,
Oh, classic.
right? That's Michael Jordan
That's very nice.
dunking on.
Oh, you just got
Magic
Sensor's
Johnson.
attention. You just
I
got
just got
Sensor's attention.
No, that's iconic, bro.
Okay,
That's
it's an iconic poster.
91 finals.
See, we got Zed.
We got his attention.
We got
right?
him here.
So Michael Jordan, rising star, dunking on Magic Johnson. So that was, I looked at that poster.
You don't get to call him Magic.
I looked at that poster every day, Irvin Johnson. I looked at that poster every day, and only now I got, shit, is it Magic? It is him, right? So that was the first biggest poster.
Wait, can I ask how you acquired this poster? Because this is quite a cool poster.
Hey,
Bro,
guys,
it was everywhere.
when we were kids, you could buy posters.
Posters, yeah.
You went to a music store, and they had
Cardi's.
like Cardi's,
I remember.
and they had like
50 rand a poster. Like
you'd
massive
buy
one.
posters, and people would buy me posters for my birthday. Then I love posters. You could buy these posters, right? The next one,
Okay.
the second biggest poster I had.
Obvious.
Cindy
You're
Crawford.
such a 90s person.
Cindy
Everybody that was
Cindy Crawford in her
Paulo.
yellow swimsuit, zipped down.
timeless. Richard Gere, Cindy Crawford.
Man.
Wow,
Right?
okay.
Supermodel.
That was the second biggest poster. Don't ask me what I was doing. Cindy Crawford, Google this for yourself. Cindy Crawford,
The chick
yellow.
the lady that
swimsuit.
made the mold.
Man.
Can I ask, has this poster disappeared with marriage?
Yeah, probably. Listen, they disintegrated. Had a lot of
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
It's Cindy Crawford,
It's-
bro.
yeah.
It's Cindy Crawford in
Yeah,
the 90s.
Cindy Crawford in the
Like,
90s.
come on,
I was
Chief.
a teenager guy.
Come now. No pun intended.
But the the biggest poster I had in my room, and the first inductee, or the first, we're opening up the gates on the goat farm.
Right.
Yeah.
Cutting the ribbon.
Cutting the ribbon, opening up the gates. The first episode, goat farm, gate 1.
Do it, Paulo.
This is the biggest poster in my room.
Come on,
Andre Agassi.
Come
the
on,
first
1992.
man- the first
Come
man
on.
the goat farm.
He's swag.
And this is the one, Andre Agassi mullet, which we thought was
Wow,
his
look
real
at the
hair at the
hair,
time.
right?
We thought it was his real hair at the time, but he's wearing his full, I think that was called the Night Flight colorway.
bro,
Luminous yellow, black,
Oh.
yellow, Donne tennis racket, and the first hairy stomach. Look how hairy his stomach is.
This is when Brooke Shields said, I have to get a piece of that.
She was all over that, right? And Andre Agassi is my first inductee into Goat Farm. So let me tell you about him. Born 1970, Andre Kirk Agassi was born, I love the thought of it, he's born in Las Vegas. Like,
Ooh.
who's born in Las
Yeah,
Vegas?
yeah.
Like, who lives in Las Vegas?
Him, he's a rock star, bro.
Yo, I
saying.
mean, with that hairstyle.
So Andre Agassi,
What you know about this guy, bro?
Senzo showing us more photos. Listen.
If you listen to Goat Farm right now, you gotta open up your browser while you listen
Google
to this.
Andre Agassi.
Just Google, yeah. Google.
Retro.
Just Google
What and what's that colorway you said?
at the Night Flight colorway.
Night Flight colorway. You gotta Google
Night
that.
Flight colorway. Oh, I'll talk to you guys about Night Flight later on. Okay. Former American number 1 tennis player, right?
World number 1, bro.
World number 1, 8-time major champion, Olympic gold medalist, runner-up, widely considered one of the greatest tennis players of all time, second man of 5 to achieve a Grand Slam in the Open era, the 5th of 8 to make the achievement overall. He's also the first man to achieve a Grand Slam and an Olympic medal, as well as the only man to win a career Super Slam plus a gold medal, right?
Yeah.
Even now, when we talk about Federer and Nadal and just knocking Djokovic.
I like the other guy more in tennis-wise. I like the other guy more.
Okay, so you cannot talk about Andre Agassi without talking about Pete Sampras.
Pistol Pete, bro.
Pistol Pete, you can't.
Pistol
They
Pete's
were
my guy, bro.
yin and yang. But man, listen.
But must I tell you? I'll tell you why Agassi gets it.
Pistol Pete was the better tennis player,
Hard.
all right?
But Pistol Pete never won in France.
So
Never won
Agassi,
on clay.
first man to win all 4 singles on 3 different surfaces.
Yep.
Hard clay, grass, and remains the most recent American to win the French Open.
Yep.
And I think he's also
American male.
American male, and he won 17 Masters title and Davis Cup. He's got it all.
Yeah, he's complete, bro.
Agassi he won everything.
Second best return of all time. After Djokovic.
Until
After Djokovic.
At the time,
he was
the number one returner, and the way he played baseline
all the
sat
time.
on that baseline, and he had such a unique way of hitting the ball as it rose up, almost like baseball style.
Yeah.
As the ball rose up, run double hand, just as it spun up. Fantastic returner. In fact, he trained Djokovic.
Yeah.
He trained a young Djokovic to then become the greatest returner. So Andre Agassi was this modern tennis player. Now, when you
He's
talk
an
about
anomaly, bro.
you talk about Pete Sampras, he was a golden child. He's a phenom. He turned pro at 16, 17, round about there. Absolute phenom. They said this guy's going to be the greatest American player, if not the greatest tennis player, if not for Pistol Pete. And it's one of those where you come in at the same time as someone. He's your rival. Oh, he's just going to win
But
everything.
I didn't do too badly, bro.
It's
Following Pete Sampras.
It's a Ronaldo Messi thing.
Yeah.
With no Messi, Ronaldo's the greatest player ever. With no Pete Sampras, Agassi is the greatest player until recently, right?
At what age did he come in?
Ooh, greatest player. I don't know.
He came until recently.
There are
Until
other guys,
recently.
but I didn't see them play.
He figured out Boris Becker. I'll tell you about Boris Becker. So the thing about Andre Agassi and Pistol Pete Sampras was Captain America. You know what you're going to get.
That was the guy, head boy.
You set your watch by
That
his
guy was,
hairstyle.
he's the head boy.
Back and sides, always wore white. He was Captain America. Andre Agassi was Tony Stark. You don't really know what you're going to get.
Bro.
Rock star. Okay, break the rules. You know he wouldn't play early Wimbledon, Ryan, because he wouldn't wear all white.
Yeah.
So is he kind of like who's that other tennis player?
Jesus, bro.
Nico. That guy who always gets in trouble for swearing.
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios, yeah.
So he wasn't as bad boy as that. And I think the thing with Agassi is you had this impression that he's a bad boy because of the way he looked.
It's not that he was a bad boy.
He wasn't a bad boy. He just looked like one.
He just had eclectic interests. It wasn't just tennis for him. There was other stuff
No,
going on.
it wasn't really. Yeah, like, sure, he dated actresses. He dated Brooke Shields. Senzo, it wasn't even that.
Yeah.
So Kyrgios is a bad boy. He
Cultivates his image.
Andre Agassi, and very specifically, Andre Agassi
doesn't cause crap.
never got into stuff off the court. Never fought with umpires. Never fought opponents. In fact, in one of the American U.S. Opens, Pete Sampras wasn't feeling well, and Agassi said, "I'm not playing." So he's not calling the match, and I'm not playing him sick. I'm going to give him time to recover.
Yeah.
And he lost the
That's
game.
cool.
And he
Sportsman.
lost.
Sportsman.
And Sampras said, no other sportsman does that. And that was Agassi.
I want you at your best, dog.
Yeah. So I think there was a perception of Agassi because he looked that way,
Right.
that he was this absolute renegade. He wasn't. He was super, super pro.
Can I ask
Jesus,
his sponsors?
Nike, bro.
Nike,
Well, Nike.
till the
Was it
end, boy.
Nike all the way. Now,
And
Nike
did he
head.
have a preferred tennis racket?
Head, bro.
sponsor?
Donne.
No, just hit.
No, he had Donne. I know.
Oh yeah,
I
did
had
that.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved Andre Agassi. Don't at me, right?
This is why. Now you see the contrast. This is why I'm a Pete guy, because I was a Wilson guy. So I liked Wilson, Sampras, and then
But-
Federer's my guy. after
Federer.
that.
Of course, yeah.
but Donne was a nothing brand, and it's become a kind of a nothing brand. When Agassi had it, you could not buy a Donne racket because all the kids were buying it.
Yeah.
And that's what he was. So like I say, he kind of comes into tennis, 18 years old, he's ripping things up. I mean, looks the way he does. His hair was a wig.
Wow.
He started losing his hair at 19 and
Yeah.
started wearing a wig.
Don't worry. We feel his pain.
Right? So Ryan and I can sympathize with that. But of course, he's most famously known for his hair.
Yeah.
Right? Of everything. So that is Andre Agassi.
Are there any hair regulations in tennis right now?
Nah,
No.
There aren't, eh?
You do what you want. Do what you want.
Because I'm just saying, like a lot of these people look clean cut, and it's not often you see someone like that.
tennis expert.
But I'm just thinking, are there regulations in place that I just don't know about?
But Ryan, that's the crazy thing about Andre Agassi and the GOAT from Why I Love It. So you talk about Nike. Nike didn't sponsor tennis.
Yeah.
They sponsored Agassi.
Oh, I
right?
see.
Because he fitted that renegade, that rebel, everything Nike were. Like I say, didn't play Wimbledon because he wouldn't wear white. Wears white, wins Wimbledon. Right? Goes his first year, wins Wimbledon. And all white. Even the Nike swoosh on his shirt was white.
I mean, it kind of reminds me of Michael Jordan when he used to wear the breads, and then Nike used to pay the fees every time he was fined for not having white sneakers.
Every time he was fined. And that was just Nike and Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
That was just Andre Agassi in this era.
Okay, I mess with Agassi. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. A career Grand Slam in tennis is a big deal. I don't count Fred Perry and Don Budgeon or Emerson. Like, they played before. And Rod Laver, like, come on. Agassi is on Mount Rushmore with the big three, bro.
You know what?
He's there. Like,
I'm biased because he's in my GOAT
No,
farm.
of course. He's your GOAT. Yeah.
Man,
So
listen. If you want a guy who was a phenomenal player as well as a cultural icon, you know, you're not getting further than Agassi. Of course, he marries Steffi Graf, who kind of won a few things herself. She wasn't
22 of them.
She wasn't. She
22 of
She
them.
wasn't terrible.
Only person to do a Golden Slam.
Do you know he says he's never beaten her?
Obviously. That goes without saying.
He doesn't beat her.
Bro, Steffi Graf has a Golden Slam, bro.
Man, so Steffi Graf elite. Do you know Andre
That's
Agassi?
ridiculous, bro.
Because you want to say the greatest of all time till then. Were you thinking who we Becker or Boris Becker?
Bjorn Borg, bro.
Okay. So Agassi,
Bjorn Borg retired at 27. Remember that.
you know, okay.
11
granted.
Grand Slams.
Okay. Agassi beat.
Five French Open in a row and 5 Wimbledon in a row.
Okay.
Tied at 27.
I'm biased. Agassi beat Boris Becker.
And he was hella swag.
Agassi beat Boris Becker 10 times out of 11. Do you know why? Do you know what he figured out?
What?
He watched Boris Becker, and every time Boris Becker, whichever way he's going to serve, he pointed his tongue out in that direction.
Wow.
And Agassi studied that. And being a great return server, smash. And only after Boris Becker stopped playing, he said, why do you have this record? And he revealed, he said, I watched what he is doing.
Yeah, but you'd have to have hawk eyes to see from the other side of the court.
Not really, bro. You're not that far from each other in
No, man,
a tennis court.
Well, no, but to see the direction of a tongue pull, like, that's...
No, listen, it's Agassi now.
Boris Becker. Won Wimbledon at 17.
I have
Oh, my God.
a golden, I have a holy grail set of sneakers I want to get.
Paulo, don't do it.
Now, this is what I'm talking about. So, Andre Agassi's most famous line that he had was called the AirTech Challenge. And they came in 3 colorways. Okay, but the 2 colorways he wore most were the Hot Lava, okay, which is pink and black, and the Night Flight, which is that luminous yellow,
I like
green, and white. These are my holy grail sneakers. Last I saw, you could get a reissue pair for 15,000 Rand. And that, do yourself a favor. AirTech Challenge 2. Check them out. Andre Agassi's signature line. That is the holy grail. A couple of years, Nike reissued everything. A lot of the clothes he used to wear, they put them out. And that is it, guys. That is my introduction, my first entrant.
Not bad.
The gates are open of the goat farm, and Andre Agassi is in there.
Set the standards pretty high. I like it. But also, I actually kind of like where this feature is going. Because I can see how much you're invested, because it's just something you've loved.
He's my goat, man.
And even though Senzel's thrown all kinds of factors...
Can't change it.
No. I'm not saying he wasn't swag.
No, I'm just saying...
not saying he wasn't swag. This
Listen,
was just different. He was just different.
You know, Federer and Nadal and Djokovic have taken tennis to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
But
You'll never see anything
Agassi
like
and
it.
Sampras,
They set the...
they took tennis the next level in their day.
Yeah. Because McEnroe was something, and then Pistol Pete and thing
Just came to.
No, like,
and you know what? Like Federer and Nadal, they pushed each other.
Yeah.
Would Sampras
they
have
needed
been
each
as
other.
good without Agassi?
They needed each other.
Yeah. As much as Agassi, would Sampras be as good? Andre Agassi, unfortunately, suffered a lot of mental health issues. One of the reasons he stopped playing, and I read his autobiography. Very sad. He went through a lot, especially at the height of his power, height of his fame. He really battled with all the attention. He just wanted to play tennis. He just wanted to play tennis.
What age did he retire?
So he retired. He carried on playing into his 40s. Okay. He stayed on the circuit, carried on playing into his 40s. He's still coaching nowadays, coaches young players. Like I said, coaches Djokovic. His son is...
Prime Djokovic, bro.
Prime Djokovic. His son is a baseball player, him and Steffi Graf's son.
Very, very nice.
Good, yeah, go do something else, bro.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Go do something else, bro. Like, tennis, bro, come on now.
This family's done tennis.
Like that
It's like Beyonce and Jay-Z's kid. Don't
just show you. Don't do music. I'll just show you your dad's one.
Yeah.
But I won't even show you mine because that will give you anxiety. Steffi Graf must tell their kid. I'll just show you your dad's.
It's like Bronny, man.
I see Bronny, bro.
Yeah, I see him too.
Kun Aguero's kid.
Football.
Your grandfather's Maradona. Your dad is Kun Aguero. Go become a lawyer, bro.
So, guys, Goat Farm episode 1. What do you think?
Very nice. Thanks, Paulo.
All right, the bar has set. I've set the Agassi style bar.
Very nice presentation. I liked your presentation that you had here.
That's what I'm all about. Cool. Episode 2 in your feed. There now. Subscribe. More coming.